it's hot.
Oh. Yeah, sorry.
My leg.
You can call it a leg.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Another week.
Another week. Week 2.
Another unexpected workout.
Yeah, I was not expecting this at all.
I think a lot of people were thinking thrusters, pull-ups, things like that, but we went the other way. No full squat movements, no rig movements, but a grinder, 20 minutes.
I think it's cool that at least 2 out of the 3 weeks are going to be a test where a lot of athletes will actually be able to go RX again and really prove to themselves that, hey, I can do this, right? We don't have super high-skilled movements at all. We do have double unders. We'll go over the workout in a bit. But, again, this is another week for that athlete that's on the verge of, scaling, modifications. See what you can actually do.
Yeah.
Push yourself this week.
It's a good one. So we're looking at rowing, we're looking at deadlifts, and we're looking at dumbbells. So pretty much a lot of pulling and then a break from the pulls with cardio. And it's a long workout. It's 20 minutes. So that's one. This is one of those workouts where, as we've gone the past few weeks, talking a lot about pacing and being able to maintain an intensity. Last week was to that point. There was a 15-minute cap, but a lot of people were finishing before that. This is one of those ones where there is no break. You have to work for that 20 minutes because you're trying to accumulate that total time. So really knowing how hard to come out of the gate and how to pace is very, very important. When we think about this, the weight's not super, super heavy, so we should be able to pull that for most guys. It's a 300 meter, which is a lot shorter of a distance, but that's where I think a lot of people can get tricked because they think 300 versus 5. So when you think about intensity on the rower, when you see 300, what is your thought process from beginning through the end? Yeah,
I compare it to, a 4-round workout turning it into a 5-round workout, right? It's a 200-meter row with an extra 100-meter row. And like you said, it's tricky because on a 200-meter row, you could probably go a little harder and be okay. That extra 100, it really does add some resistance, a little extra endurance, time under tension. So both ways, you can chill out on the rower and hang out for 200 meters and maybe pick it up as we get into that last 100. Or you could use the rower, if we have strong endurance athletes and rowers and pullers, you could use the rower as a time where maybe I speed up here a little bit and breathe on the barbell.
I think a lot of it's going to come down to what is your particular strength. If you're somebody who has really good double unders, you're going to be able to hit the 55 or your 50, number within one break, maybe 2 if towards the later rounds. Then maybe you're using the row as a time to breathe. You just finished that cardio, you can get some steady pulls, catch your breath before the deadlifts, and you're making up time on the double unders and the deadlifts. If you're somebody that struggles with double unders, I can get this 55, but it's going to take me a while. Then when you get off the dubs, you're right back to the rower, and you're trying to make up time on the rower to then get settled in for the double under, so you're not spending so much time on both ends with a small chunk in the middle. You're
going to want to get to that movement that you struggle with quickly, and then on that movement that we struggle with quickly, slow the brain down a little bit. Take the time to think about the form, relax, and hit that movement, not at an extremely rested pace, but at a pace where we could catch our breath and then hit those next 2 movements again quickly to get back.
And that's where the benefit of a 20-minute workout comes in is if it were this movement in a 10-minute workout, that stress level of, man, I'm hitting dubs, I'm not getting dubs, can start to creep up. But if you have worked efficiently on the movements before wherever you're going to struggle, you've saved that time and you've got a really long workout to be able to relax and say, hey, I may not have them great, but I have enough time to settle in, relax, focus on how I'm doing the form, and making sure that I'm able to accomplish that goal. One thing Elaine said in the Facebook group, this may be a workout where people get their first dubs. Which I think is awesome. There's a ton of time to try out and get your double unders.
Opportunity. So again, it's another workout this week where you can RX it. You really can, even if you don't have the strongest deadlift, the strongest row pull, or your double unders 100%, push yourself. Try. You have 20 minutes. Guys, 20 minutes is a long time. I hate it. It's because it gives me a lot of time as a mental athlete to think, and I don't like thinking when I'm working out. So don't look at the clock when we're working out.
And remember, guys, to that RX point, if you were to do this from a scaled athlete perspective, and you get a ton of rounds in this thing versus an RX athlete that gets one round. That one round is going to score higher than a scaled athlete that does 12 rounds.
That's true.
So this is absolutely one of those ones where even if you only got one round through it, you're going to make a massive leap just by going RX, and it's not out of the reach.
Right.
So I would definitely say if you are on the cusp of RX, go RX this workout.
Yeah.
Other thing too, as you get further along, deadlifts may start to get a little spicy into the back. We may start to feel like we're taking longer there. Remember, you can deadlift the weight up, drop, reset. Deadlift, drop, reset. You're literally doing half the work because you don't have to lower. That's a big piece. So a lot of times as we get fatigued in a workout with deadlifts, doing fast singles, pick up, drop. Pick up, drop. That's 50% less work because you don't have to lower. You can stay on pace doing fast singles, a lot of times faster than if you're doing full deadlifts with a break at the 5 or a break at 4 and then another 4 and then a 2.
True. Yeah.
Keep moving. Keep the deadlifts, even if it's a pick up, drop, just stay steady moving. If you trip up on the dubs, shake your head out, shake your hands out, breathe, relax. Like Coach Javi says, relax the face, relax everything, get another chunk. And then you and I were texting about taking strategic breaks on the double unders. If you know I can't get 55, set a number that you're shooting for.
Yeah.
Like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, or 15, 15, or 25, 10, 5.
Yeah.
10, 15. But I think that if you guys would not freak out about the length of time and the movements and just say, hey, look, this isn't kind of like an open format workout. I'm going to practice some of these moves if I'm not great at them.
That's exactly it.
You're going to still have fun. And then for those that are confident with these, be smart about your pace. You don't want to come out. It's like a 12 Days of Christmas one.
Yeah,
don't come out so hot, and when you get to your third round, and you're like 8 minutes in, and then it's.
Yeah, that's the last thing I wanted to touch on because again, I'm known for it, and I know a lot of athletes that like to start off hot and die really quickly. That's going to happen in this 20-minute WOD, right? Because we want to get as high as we can, as fast as we can. So when you start this, have a plan. Even if it is breaking up the deadlifts. When you feel super fresh, break them up in the very beginning and just stick to a plan for as long as you can. There's no need to gas pedal this 20-minute workout. You can very easily lose this workout in the first couple rounds, and you can very easily win this workout in the last couple rounds.
I think a suggestion is what my plan is in the first round is to come out with about a 75% intensity.
There you go. Yeah.
When I finish the first round, I'm going to look at the clock and see how long did it take me to do that.
Yes.
If that feels like that round felt good, I'm going to try to repeat that.
Yeah.
If I get a few rounds in and I'm just kind of glancing over, I'm getting an idea of am I repeating this, I'm going to try to do that. And then if I got anything left, speed up at the end.
Yep.
If I get through that first round, let's say it takes 2.5 minutes, and then that second round I get off the dubs and I look up and I'm at 7.
Yeah.
I know that second round I really dropped off. All I'm going to think is, can I work my way back to that first round, not sprint and try to catch back up. Yeah. I don't want to try to do shorter than my first round. I just want to try to match my first round.
Yeah, I love it.
And then from there, if I've got the gas left, I go and try to speed up towards the later rounds as we get closer to the time.
Yeah.
But if I'm still feeling good or I'm feeling gassed, just trying to maintain.
Right.
If you come out at like 80 to 85%, you're not going to be able to maintain that. So I would say shoot for like a 70 to 75% pace that first one. Get an idea of this is my slowest round.
I like that. Yep.
That way, as I fatigue, I know I can at least do this.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love it. Yeah, I like that a lot. Remember, y'all, it's 20 minutes of work, 300-meter row, 10 deadlifts at 185 and 155.
125.
125 for the females.
RX.
And then 50 double unders.
Our foundations and scaled, a little bit of modification. If you're confused about anything, grab a coach before the workout. I want to make sure that you have all the information that you need. And I'm looking forward to getting this. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
Don't forget your costumes. Decade contest with the costumes. You know, it's a lot harder to do this when the sauna's on.
Yeah, it's hot. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we're going to get out. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy.